Okay, Shalom. Okay, I'd like to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Wakakadash. Okay, double honors to our apostles of Great Millstone, our elders of GMS. Citation, peace, and blessings to the hopeful elect of the children of Israel, people of Negro and Indian descent. Okay, Israelite foreigners, those that don't look like people of Negro and Indian descent by the flesh. And the Aqua, the women, the 12 tribes of Israel that's humbling themselves to learn this word. Okay, and this is how the spirit of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai works. This is what I got from reading. Was it Revelation 21? Just reading Revelation 21. Okay. Let me scroll down. Where was I at? Here we go. There we go. Let me go back to that. This is what I got. Hold on a second. Okay. Reading Revelation 21. In it, in what I typed in, poverty pimps. And look what comes up. That's the spirit, man. Poverty pimps. And this is what comes up. You know, the leaders of our people. Poverty pimps. Okay. Beautiful example, though. Beautiful example. And we're going to come back to this. Okay. Okay, Revelation 21 here. It says, He that overcometh shall inherit all things, and I will be his power, and he shall be my son. And that's the elect men of the children of Israel, okay, that accepted this truth, you know, that accepted the full truth, you know, and that's not bowing down to the powers of this world, nor the ways of this world, you know. So it goes on and says, Revelation 21:8, but the fearful and unbelieving. And that's what popped in my mind. That popped in my mind was these poverty pimps, these pastors, these preachers, you know, that are rich, man. That pretty much their labor is, what the scripture says, labor not to be rich, which their full labors is totally against the scriptures, laboring to be rich, man. You know, they're whores for money, man. Whores for money. But the fearful, those are the ones, the fearful, the ones that's sitting back and when things are popping off and telling you to be peaceful, when what the scripture says in Ecclesiastes, there's a time and a season for everything under the sun, a time for peace, a time for war, and here we're in a time of war, and they're not warning the people. And what's that? If I might be wrong on the scripture itself, Isaiah 58 or 48, where it speaks about the dumb dogs, and these are those the fearful, you know, the timid ones, you know, which falls in the same thing as the unbelieving. You know, how we bring out the scriptures and the roughness of the scriptures. You know, the Lord doesn't love everyone, which he doesn't love everyone. Hell, he doesn't even love 100% of his people. He only loves an elect, a 1/3 of his people, a third of his people. And okay, Zechariah 13:9. See, we use the scriptures to back these things up. Okay, but the fearful and unbelieving and the abominable, which the fearful and the unbelieving bring into their houses, bring into their churches. They bring in their churches the abominable, you know, mainly the LGBTQ community, the alphabet community. Slacky, that's what I should have said now. Oh, now I'm almost afraid to put this video up, you know, because this page right here is on this final strike, man. It's one more strike and this is out of there. Oh man. But the alphabet gang, you know, the abominable, how their feasts within these churches, which eat all forms of abominable foods, which the scriptures totally totally is against swine, pig, pork, you know, and murders. And and speaking of murders, you can be forgiven for being a murderer, but murderers is just continuing on, not even caring. Like I said, falling under the unbelieving murderers, man, and whoremongers, which the world is full of whoremongers. Whoremongers where which everybody love their porn. When that's the etymology of that word goes back to porn, and there's your answer for where the word porno come from. The word porno comes from whoremongers, come from whoremongers. But whoremongers here is how the fearful, the unbelieving, the abominable, and the murderers, and all fall under whoremongers because they follow after all forms of religions and doctrines, and they went a horn after other gods, you know, and sorcerers. Let's look at that word sorcerer again. Is that the drug dealer scripture? Pharmakias. There we go. The Get Money crew. That's who that is. That's what that falls up under. The Get Money crew. Sorcerers. And idolaters, and all liars. And all liars. You got to be aware of a liar, man. Make himself look good to make everyone else look bad. That liar is looking to shine. That liar has his own motive. He's a deceiver, a liar. It says, shall have their part in the lake which burneth with fire and brimstone, which is the second death. And what's that second death? The second death is what the scriptures refer to as that that day that's going to burn as an oven. Here, let me read that here. Malachi 4:1. Malachi 4:1. You notice the church don't touch these scriptures. Don't come near them. And if they do, they're going to butcher it. It says 4:1, for behold, the day cometh that shall burn as an oven. All right. That's that day that's coming, that's going to burn as an oven. And all the proud, yea, and all that do wickedly. All the proud, yea, and all that do wickedly. Whew. All the proud, yea, and all that do wickedly. I should pull up IUIC and ISUPK. This is sufficient enough. Those of us in the know, we know about IUIC and ISUPK. But this is the popular madness that's going on right here. All the proud, yea, and all that do wickedly shall be stubble. And the day that cometh shall burn them up, saith the Lord of hosts, that it shall leave them neither root nor branch. These are liars as well. A liar. Revelation 22. Let me grab this here. Revelation 22 and 17 says, and the Spirit and the bride say, come. And let him that hears say, come. And let him that is athirst come. And whosoever will, let him take. For I testify unto every man that heareth the words of the prophecies of this book. That book is the Bible. If any man shall add unto these things, the Most High, Yahweh Shem Yahushua, shall add unto him the plagues that are written in this book. And if any man shall take away from the words of the book of this prophecy, the Most High shall take away his part out of the book of life and out of the holy city, and from the things which are written in this book. The paradise, the kingdom, the paradise, the kingdom. I don't know why I even got this one with these Edomite female and male pastors on here. Jake is the problem. Namely, Jake is the damn problem here. It's like this is kind of screwing up here, going which and every other way. Poverty pimp. Look at your boys. Jesse all fucked up right now. Excuse my language. Jesse's all messed up. They gotta hold him up. You know, they gotta hold him up. I bet he never imagined his latter times, his latter days being spent the way they are now, huh? I bet he never considered the latter end. You know. Let me grab another scripture here. Grab another scripture here. Yeah, things about to pop off, man. Things is happening. You know, whether it's reaching mainstream media or not, things are actually happening. You know, major things that are actually going to help uh, bring in the kingdom of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. Okay. Matthew 5:18. For verily I say unto you, till heaven and earth pass, one jot or one tittle shall not in no wise pass from the law till all be fulfilled. Whosoever therefore shall break one of these least commandments and shall teach men so, you know, because the main thing that's popping off in these churches now is, you know, we're not under the law, you know, and pretty much y'all can just do what the hell y'all want as long as it makes you happy. That's satanic doctrine, man. You can eat anything, you can sleep with whoever you want, you know. Lord's about to destroy these people. Where'd that go? Poverty pimps. Go, Slocky. Whosoever shall therefore break one of these least commandments and shall teach men so, he shall be called the least in the kingdom of heaven. Well, they're going to be born in it. They're going to be part of that first elect, that first fruit that's going to get delivered to the kingdom of heaven. They're going to be born into the kingdom of heaven. That's what it ultimately means when the Lord said that all Israel shall be saved. Those that are going to get burnt up on this side are going to be born into the kingdom of heaven. Once you're an Israelite in this world, in this life, in previous lives, you're going to always be an Israelite. All right, that's easy to understand. So it says, shall be called the least in the kingdom of heaven. But whosoever shall do and teach them, the same shall be called great in the kingdom of heaven. All right, simple to understand that. It's simple to understand that. These whoremongers. Okay. Here we go. We'll close with this one here, Proverbs 30:5. Every word of the Most High is pure. He is a shield unto them that put their trust in him. And thou not unto his word. And thou add thou not unto his words, lest he reprove thee, and thou be found a liar. A deceiver, a liar, a deceiver. Okay, white male oppressors speaks. I'm not going to read that here. We'll say this time, white civil rights poverty pimps unite. This time I would like to look at and focus on poverty pimps, an ethnic organization who say they are trying to break racial barriers, but in actuality they are doing nothing but fortifying the walls that separate the different ethnic groups. The problem is not people acting on their personal beliefs. We do live in a country where that is allowed for now. The problem is these people and organizations use those beliefs as a weapon to line their pockets. Okay, first let's look at poverty pimps. You know who they are. People like Jesse Jackass and Al Charlatan. These race baiters go around and convince people that they are victims so that they can line their pockets with contributions without making any real strides in the way of ethnic issues. They say astounding, foolish things. And don't forget Farrakhan, Louis Farrakhan. You know, he's the head That's the main man. That's the main nigga. You know. It says they say astounding foolish things like God gave you your skin color for a reason. Why not use it? This is a direct quote from Poverty Pimp Jesse Jackson. I don't know about you, but that sounds to me like he isn't promoting equality or trying to bring any meaningful change to the way society sees ethnic issues. People like that are only good at convincing people that the reason for their troubles is the color of their skin or the economic situation. Well, actually, it does. There's some truth to that, you know, but it's actually um, the it's the curses, you know, being a Hebrew Israelite. But Jesse doesn't know that. If these races would change their message from mistrust and the ideal of victimology to a more positive message of personal responsibility and work hard, the people that follow them, which are many, I believe, would start to move their individual groups into a more stable society. This person who's writing this going to hell off as well. Let me go back to the poverty pimps. Come to my photo. Maxine Waters, that's a crazy woman right there. What happened to my photo? Oh man, that's all right. Let me go back to this one here. Let me just stay on that one. Okay, let me read another scripture here. For the book of Jeremiah here. Jeremiah went in on these pastors, man. The ones that preach for hire. Okay. Okay, here we go. Here we go. James 5 and 6. It's like James 5 and 4. Okay. And let me start at the top here. James 5 and 1. Go to now, ye rich men, weep and howl for your miseries that shall come upon you. And, you know, it's kind of funny under uh, Revelation, the 21 chapter that I was reading, how it mentioned. Um, um, Let me just go to it here. Where she go? The fearful, the unbelieving, the abominable, the murderers, the whoremongers, the sorcerers, the idolaters, and the liars. If you notice, they're all working for money. It's all for profit. It's all for profit. They all fall under the profit, you know. It says, go to now, ye rich men, weep and howl for your miseries that shall come upon you. Your riches are corrupt, and your garments are moth eaten. Your gold and silver is cankered, and the rust of them shall be a witness against you, and shall eat your flesh as it were fire. Ye have heaped treasures together for the last days. Behold, the hire of the laborers who have reaped down your fields, which is of you kept back by fraud, crieth, and the cries of them which have reaped are entered into the ears of the Lord of Sabaoth. You have lived in pleasure on earth and been wanton. You have nourished your heart as in the day of slaughter. You have condemned and killed the just, and he doth not resist you. Okay. Be patient, therefore, brethren, speaking about the elect now, unto the coming of the Lord. Behold, the husbandman waiteth for the precious fruit of the earth. The husband is Yahweh Shai. All right. And we're the bridegroom. All right. We're also that precious fruit on the earth, which the scriptures is referring to, and have long patience for it. And just like we're waiting to get the hell up out of here, we're praying and laboring to get the hell up out of here now, right now. We're looking to get the hell up out of here now. Hey, the Lord's in that